Good morning, folks. Good morning. XRP Army, Crypto Army. How are y'all doing today? Hope you're doing fine. I'm just got home from work, getting comfortable. Thought I'd do a live stream. I was supposed to do one at 6 in the morning, but they called me into work late last night to work 12 to 8. So I had to go to work and kind of messed up my timing on my live stream, but I do my best, you know. Work comes first. I have to pay the bills. Gotta pay the bills, folks. So, good morning to everybody. I gotta have my coffee. Gotta have my Kona coffee. So, how's everybody doing? I'm doing good. Today's been a good day so far. Feel free to like and subscribe. It helps my channel grow. And I really do appreciate it a lot. Uh, Subscribe, never mind. I won't write that. I already said it. Don't have to write in the chat. I'll just say like and subscribe, please, please. Yeah, I'm in one of those silly moods, a little tired, working all night, a little bit. Here's getting long. I'm hoping everybody's doing great on a Monday. This is Monday the 30th. XRP's at $1.30 something. Bitcoin's at 66,000. Things ain't going all that great, but we could be doing worse, folks. This war, believe me, we could be doing a lot worse. But I'm still waiting for the dollar drop. XRP drops to $1. I'm buying. I'm buying as much as I can afford. And it all depends how much that is. It could be 1,000, it could be 2,000, don't know yet. I gotta check out my bills. My bills come first, and then my crypto comes second. Well, my wife comes second. Crypto comes third. But the crypto is for us for the future, so we don't have to worry about too much. I'm hoping XRP takes off in the future and makes us all rich. That would be really great. I would love to see people go from very little to having a lot. That's the American dream, you know. Is to make as much money as you can and live as comfortable as you can. You know, I will be donating some money to charity, of course. If I do make it rich, I will donate money for tax purposes, and also it's a good thing. It's a good thing to donate. I probably donate to my company. Thank you, baby. Thank you for sharing me out. Appreciate it. Probably not going to get anybody in here this morning because, it's a work day and usually nighttime gets a little better. I mean, that's why he's got the timing he's got, is because he's got a good time. Everybody's pretty much home from work or whatever, and let's see. So it's 9:30 here, a little past 9:30, and California, that would be around 12:30. East Coast, that'd be around 3:30. So I'm not doing too bad. People probably gonna jump in soon, and we could talk about XRP, Dogecoin, any type of crypto you wish to talk about. If you're doing good in the crypto, I would like to know what your secret is. What is your secret? How did you get hooked up with the crypto, and how did you know it was going to make money? That would be interesting to hear from people. So, that I'm very interested. I don't have much money to invest in other cryptos because most of my money goes in my XRP and my Dogecoin. But I buy very little Dogecoin every week anyway, like DCA. I don't do that with XRP because I buy it in bulk. I buy XRP, when I get 1,000 or two, I drop it. So I save up for that. But like Dogecoin, I put in like maybe $20 a week, and DCA and with that, and that's not too bad. I don't really notice that. So, but when I drop my money from my XRP, I notice. Believe me, I notice that. yeah. So I still got my jacket on. I'm still a little chilly driving home from work. I have to drive about 10 miles, so I got a 10-mile drive. I drive on my moped, and because mopeds are excellent for Hawaii, you know, cheap on gas, I don't need to do 100 miles an hour, you know. I'm at that age where if I'm doing 45, 50, I'm happy. So, moped is perfect for me. It is perfect. I got three of them, so in case one breaks down, I got another one. If that one breaks down, because I've had them break down before like that. One week, one break down, next week, another one break down. That's why I got three now. But one's not running right now. I gotta get it going. The battery's dead on it. But that's an easy fix, so I'm not too worried about that. Yep. It's been live now 8 minutes. Not too bad, you know. Really talking to myself here, so it's I was hoping somebody would pop in and I can speak to some people, but you know, this live stream might be a dead live stream, and I might just have to delete it because nobody's come in, so no sense of having one where you have no people coming in. But if I could get even 10 people to come in, there's at least something. It's 10 more than what I had. And I'm just trying to build my base now. Excuse me, folks. Gotta have a sip of my coffee. Yeah. Scruffy old beard. So biker dude is tired from a long night work. Plus I worked yesterday. I worked from 8 to 4. And then my relief took over, and then I had to go back and take over from him, and I had a little trouble at work. Wasn't that much though. Wasn't nothing I couldn't handle. But other than that, This war is driving me nuts, folks. It could be worse. It could be a lot worse. You know, just gotta say your prayers every day that this war ends soon and there's no more deaths. You know, I don't like to see when people die, you know, and everything. And I ain't got no money in the gold or silver, so if that runs, no biggie to me, you know. I invested most of my money into XRP and Dogecoin and Flare and ZBack and a few others, you know. And I'm waiting for payday on that. That might take years, might take 5, 10, 15, 20 years, but we'll take it year by year. I'm just going to make myself comfortable, folks. You know, have a cigarette, chill out, talk to Will, you know, and see where we can go. Just hoping for people to pop in, you know. If you can like, subscribe, if you came in later and you like the video and, you know, and you're interested in subscribing and popping in and talking to me at any point, I would really appreciate that, you know. I love it when people pop in and say hi and, you know, and introduce themselves and tell me what they're into, and, you know, it gives me some talking points, you know, something to talk about. Because I will sit here and talk about XRP till the cows come home. Or until the wolves howl. Oh, the wolves are howling. Yes, indeed. You know, I've been called the wizard. I've been called the biker dude. I've been called Hairy Harry. I've been called a lot of things, I'll tell you. A lot better than the stuff they used to call me. So, I like a good joke. I like when people come in and they joke around. You know, they're expecting me to get mad at them, and I don't get mad at them. So I don't get mad at jokes. I believe, you know, there should be laughter in the world. People should be able to joke around, and, you know, that's just the way I feel. Just the way I feel. Well, at least I can chit chat with people, and I love chit chatting with people all around the world. So, just as long as you're respectful and, you know, and you don't come in talking craziness, you're welcome here. You know, you're welcome in my chat, my live stream, anytime. You know, anytime. I'm trying to hit certain hours to see where my views are, and, you know, and I might try this afternoon for a little while and see how I go there. You know, it's just I can't drink coffee all day, folks. You know, you gotta have coffee with me, but if nobody's here, you can't have coffee with me. Isn't that something? It takes someone to have coffee with you to have coffee with you. Yep. Alright, baby. What you doing?
I'm going to get that thumbnail for your live.
Okay.
I got ways.
I'm sure you do have ways. You got me, didn't you? You found a way.
You found me.
Yeah.
I looked for you and I was like, huh, where? Oh, yeah.
Enjoy having a cigarette, coffee, and talking to the people. That's basically why I'm on here. And I'm struck out 1 out of 3. I got my coffee, I got my cigarette, but I still haven't talked to nobody besides my wife, Duchess of Elements. She has an AI channel. She has awesome AIs. Go check her out on YouTube or Newsbreak. And I'm sure you get a kick out of her Grok Studios. Grok Studios is, it's alright, it's cool. It's right on, you know. I mean, I got some AI videos that I got of myself and everything, but I'll be doing more. I will be setting up more AI videos and talking about XRP and Dogecoin and all them, you know. And since I'm paying for Grok, might as well use Grok to the best of my abilities. To the best of my abilities. Yes. Joking is good for the heart, unless you fart. But life is just a bowl of cherries. Ain't that what Forrest Gump said? Life is just a bowl of cherries. Gotta know when to spit the pits out. I don't know. I don't know everything he said. I remember Forrest Gump though. That was a good movie. That was an excellent movie. Been on 17 minutes and no takers. No takers yet, folks. No takers yet. But the roulette wheel is spinning. Place your bet. Place your bet, folks. Place your bet. You know, bet on XRP. You will not go wrong betting on XRP. People have been trying to take XRP down for years and they weren't able to do it. They said XRP was going to zero. They're saying that now. I don't believe it. I don't believe it for a minute. I got my money saying no way. You know, I bet on red. You know, there's no way XRP is going anywhere. Ripple is too strong of a company. Even when XRP was delisted and they started taking them off exchanges, XRP off exchanges, people thought XRP was a goner. And it came back. It came back and came back roaring. You know, XRP will do the same. It will come back from this nightmare. You know, we're in a bear market. It drops like this. You know, I've been through other bear markets, so it's really nothing for me to see this. You know, I thought I was going to lose my money many times, and I ended up making money. You just gotta don't panic, sell, stick to your guns, buy on the dips, and it will pay off. It always does. I wish I held all my XRP I bought years ago. I'd be a millionaire. So, yeah, I sure would. I remember when I put $10,000 in when XRP was at 2 cents. I had a lot of XRP. You know. Then when I sold at 30 cents, made good money, paid my taxes, had to do some things. I needed the money. And then when I got my neck broken and I needed to pay bills and everything and live, I had to sell again. This time, I'm not going to sell. Not until it's high. You know? Because I regret selling the last 2 times. But I did buy a lot higher. Believe me, this time I started buying XRP a year and a half ago at $3. Buying down. And I'll be buying back up when it goes up. Anything under $3, I believe, is a sale. I believe anything under $10 is a sale. Actually, I believe XRP should be at a higher price. I don't believe XRP should be at this low price right now. You know, I believe even with the bear market, probably XRP should be like maybe $6 to $10. I believe we should be up in the 20s, 30s, 40s by now. You know, but with the lawsuit and everything went on, you know, I'm just hoping XRP catches fire again and people start buying. The retail comes in and just swamps it. You know, institutions are going to buy. But once institutions stop buying, it's going to start acting like a stock. You know, it's only going to go up gradually. It's going to come down. It's going to go up. Like the stock market, it's going to be very boring. We need retail. We do need the retail hype and the FOMO and everything. We need that, you know. And retail's got to get comfortable with coming back into the market. Retail is not comfortable right now. We have been in an extreme fear for a long time, you know. And it hasn't been that way since years ago. And it's been rough. It's been rough, and I'm sure I don't have to tell you that it's been rough, because I know you're feeling it. But I do believe enough of us out there understand the market, and we are going to bounce back, and we're going to hang in there, and we're going to buy. When XRP hits $1, we're going to buy. I know a lot of people are going to buy. You know, because that is a sale and a half. That's Black Friday right there. Black Friday sale. So we've been live 23 minutes, and nobody has come in. It's been a dead room. I'm not giving up, folks. I am not giving up. You know, I'm not a quitter. I will keep making live streams. I will keep doing it because this is what I want to do. This is my business now. This is our business, my wife and my business. We're going to pump my channel. We're going to get things going. In a few years from now, it's going to look like a different channel. I believe that. Now that I've got Brave and I'm now doing live streaming, I believe things are going to get better. I already got some new subscribers, and I thank the new subscribers very much. And I plan on getting plenty more new subscribers. You know? What?
It's now a thumbnail.
What is it from now?
You're
Okay.
live.
Thank you. appreciate that. That just
Done that so long.
these glasses ain't that bad. They work good, believe me. They're not the greatest, but they work. Since I broke my good pair of glasses and stuck with junk pairs, but this one's at least I can see. I can see very good when. So let's see, what else can we talk about today? We can talk about ending this war. We can talk about crypto. We can talk about President Trump. I really don't get into politics, but I did like President Trump. I did like certain things that he was going to do for us. He kept a lot of his promises. I can't say the man didn't keep his promises, but some of his actions got me pretty worried, especially with this Iran thing. There's bombings over there. I don't know. I don't know the specs of everything. I don't know if they were getting close to having a nuclear weapon. I don't know. Because we definitely don't want them to have a nuclear weapon. That is for sure. We don't want Iran having a nuclear weapon. They will take Israel out in a heartbeat. And then we're second. And you have countries like China that's willing to deal with them, selling drones and everything else. And, selling them their cheap drones while they come up with better drones. They're going to sell their old stuff to them, and high prices too. You better believe if they selling a drone to a country, they got a better drone to take out that drone. Chinese are smart. They're smart people. The Asians are very smart. I have a lot of respect for Asian people. They come to this country, they work hard, and they make it, Like with a lot of nationalities, Here in Hawaii is like a big pool, Different fishies, but, you see people from all over the world. They come here to live, and they start businesses and different things. They send all their money back to their countries, and they're going to live good one day. They're going to move back, and a lot of them won't move back. They'll stay in America, but they'll still have a place for their family, And they have strong family values, and, So I respect a lot of cultures. I believe the American young people now, not us older people, but the young people are lazy nowadays. I see it all the time. They don't want to work. But there's a lot of young people that are working hard. So I do give them credit. They do work hard. They work at McDonald's, Subway, wherever they can work. They try to get themselves through school. Those are the ones that are going to make it. It's the ones that have no schooling. They don't want to go to school. They don't want to work because they're too good for the job. They're going to go on welfare or, Social Security disability because they're depressed. Wah, wah, wah. They're on the wham party. I see it every day. And it's ridiculous. I can't work because I'm depressed. I need my safe spot. I need to go to my safe room. It is ridiculous. My safe space, well, this is reality. Life ain't always that great. You know, life will give you a punch every so often to see if you're awake. Okay, sounds good, Duchess. Sounds good. Been live streaming 30 minutes, you know, and just babbling on, you know, getting comfortable, getting relaxed. Trying to quit smoking so much cigarettes, so I got a vape. Learning to smoke vape more. You know, almost smoked a half my vape already. This one's a cola fogger. It's a cola slush. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yes, very yummy. Has a nice taste to it. You know, people say you shouldn't inhale it, but they said you should just collect it in your mouth and the flavor. But because you don't want to get the fluids in your lungs and then you end up getting like ammonia or whatever, and, or they might have to drain it. And I don't know. Ugh, that's a mess. Yep. So, 32 minutes of live stream and still no takers. No takers to this rodeo. We have no new people coming in. Must have picked a bad time. Must have picked a bad time. Plus, you know, not too many people pop into my live. I might get 80, 100 people at a time. You know? So, I'm going to give it to about another half hour. And then maybe try a little later. See how I get some more people in. And I don't know. I'm just trying different times to see where my honey spot is, you know? Just testing out things. Since I'm new to this chat stuff, you know, and I just thought I'd try different times. I try the morning, I try a little later than morning, try afternoon. I think I'm gonna try like 1 o'clock. I'll try and see what's going on. I gotta check out Chris's live today at 11. See how he's doing. You know, I don't like missing his live stream, so that's basically it. Folks, that's basically it. Let's see. What else can we talk about? Hawaii? Does anybody like to talk about Hawaii or know about Hawaii? Because I'm here in a little island called Oahu. It's the city. Compared to the other islands, that's all country. This is the city. Because I was raised in Boston, so I'm used to cities. You know, I've lived in the country too, but I find jobs and stuff a lot easier in the city to get than in the country. You know, countries are for like, you know, the country parts are like for people retired and stuff. They're getting a check, you know. So, yeah, I was born in a big city too, Duchess. I think Boston's a big city. I was born in Cambridge, Massachusetts. You know, we lived in Hawaii now 20 something years. And, it's been a journey. This has definitely been a journey to Hawaii. You know, after getting my neck broken and everything and losing everything, being homeless, that was rough. That was a rough part of my life, but it was very educational. It showed me who I really am, that I am a strong person. I'm willing to fight back. I'm willing to get back to normalness, and I didn't give up on myself, you know. I might have gave up for a little bit, but I bounced back. And I'm proud of myself. My job is always telling me how much I've accomplished, and they see my improvements, so they're always giving me credit, and that's great. Yeah. So please like and subscribe if you pop in here. And oh, welcome. We got a person in here. How you doing? Good morning. Or is it afternoon where you're at? Or is it nighttime where you're at? But it's morning here. It's almost 10 o'clock here, so how are you? I know I have somebody in the chat room, and we're just talking about the war and different things, and you know, what are you interested in? Are you interested in crypto? Are you suffering from the war of these high prices, or are you just chilling, just popping in places and chilling out? Well, it was nice having you here. Please like and subscribe and help my channel grow. It does a lot for me. Believe me, I'm a small channel, and I can use as many subscribers as I can get. Believe that. And I value your subscriptions. You're welcome to come in here at any time. You're welcome to talk about mostly anything, as long as it's respectable. You'd like to talk about XRP? I can talk about Ripple, XRP if you like. If you like to talk about other cryptos that you're into, something that I might not even know, that maybe I might be interested in, Are you upset about the war? Anything. XRP is just like never enough subscribers. Yeah, never enough. Could never have enough XRP. That is for sure. I don't care if somebody has 1,000,000 XRP. That's still not enough. If they can afford more, they don't have enough XRP. Me, I'm not a rich man, so I don't have millions of XRP. I have a little over 10,000 XRP. I plan on getting more this summer. You know, I'm saving up now for my XRP and buying more Dogecoin too. I do have some Dogecoin. I do have some Flare. I do have some ZBEC. I do have other little small cryptos. Only got like a few $100 in those, you know, like 200 Flare, 200 ZBEC, you know, something small. I'm just testing my waters, you know, checking out everything. But I'm I'm always interested in new projects and different things because you never know. You might luck out and hit the honey pot. You know, might just somebody might have some inside information one day and they let me know and I put it in. I make good money. You know. But usually the things I buy, everything is down now. Bitcoin is down. XRP is down. Bitcoin down to 66,000. You know, XRP is down to like $1.31. You know, but as soon as XRP goes to $1, I'm telling you, I'm buying. I'm sorry. That is such a sale. You know. I mean, I've been in and out of XRP for years. Yeah, the crypto world is going to get better, and we'll be able to buy crypto winner forever. Yeah, that is true, Duchess. That is very true. You know, I just hope we don't have another year of a crypto winter. I hope we do have an all season this year. But there is that possibility that we do have another year of crypto winter. Sometimes crypto winters last 2 years. You know, if you've been in the crypto market long enough, you notice those things, you know, that when we go into a crypto winter, it can last 2 years, you know. I'm not really expecting anything till 2027, 2028 anyways. This is just going to be time to accumulate your cryptos at cheap prices, you know. When it starts going up, take a break. Take a break from it. Just keep stockpiling your money, earning 3% on it in your crypto exchange, you know, and just store it. Just keep storing your money away. And then when it drops down low again, you buy more. I'm not going to buy all the way up again and back down and all that. I'm gonna buy at certain areas and you know. I mean, I hear rumors, people telling me XRP's going to 70 cents. I don't believe none of that. I believe the lowest is probably going to be dollar, maybe 90 cents, you know. Maybe. It might not even hit $1. Might only hit like $1.10, $1.07. You know, I don't know. Nobody knows how many people are going to buy and sell, but we're running out of sellers. You know, most of the people that are going that's selling is already sold. You know, this is just the time to accumulate now for the rest of us. You know, like I mentioned many times, I wish I never sold my XRP years ago. I wish I kept it. I had millions of XRP, you know, if I would have been all set, you know, but I had to sell. I had bills to pay, I had things to do, you know, but I wish I wasn't put in that predicament where I had to sell. Like now, I don't have to sell. You know, I don't have to sell. I have a job. I have actually 2 jobs, you know, I'm doing good. So I don't have to sell my crypto, and I plan on stockpiling it for years. You know, At least as long as my job has me. And then one day when I retire, these are, if you're a vapor, these are some good vapes. Foggers, you know, they have the cola slushy fogger. Just wanted to pump them up a little bit. I like foggers. I like the taste of the cola. I like the flavor. But back to XRP. Are you a heavy XRP holder? I know I'm not a heavy XRP holder, but I'm up there. I'm in the rich list. I'm at a good spot in the rich list. You know, maybe by next year I should hopefully double my bag, you know. And if not, I'm gonna at least almost double my bag. I'm gonna keep pumping money into XRP. Yes, definitely in the XRP army. Yes, we are, Duchess. XRP army is strong, and we're gonna grow. We're gonna grow more and more every day. You know. So I'm glad we got one person in here, and they haven't said anything. Maybe they're shy. Maybe they just don't want to speak. But I am very grateful to have you in here in the chat room, and I'm hoping that you're having a great day. I don't know how much longer, probably like 15 more minutes. If I don't get more people in here, I'm going to take a break. I'll be on a little later, you know. Hopefully get more people in my room, my chat room, and have some talks, you know. Because that's why I do this. I do this, my business here is to talk to people, to see how people are feeling, you know, to catch them, you know, they're feeling good about the market, that they're buying cheap crypto, because that's how I feel. I'm not depressed that the market's down. This is a bear market. We go through this. This happens, you know. And they're blaming Trump. They're blaming this. They're blaming that. It's a bear market, folks. You know. But yeah. I just wish I'd get some questions or something. You know, I like to have more people pop into my chat room, but I can't get that magical wand. This wizard lost his wand. You know. But I got me a new computer, so we're still working out the kinks. You know, got a new Mac Pro. You know, it's pretty decent. You know, everybody told me to buy a Mac Pro, so I bought a Mac Pro. There's only 2 people in the chat room, baby. What are you talking about? Checking out prices now. Let's see. We are XRP is at $1.32. We went up a penny, so that's not bad. $1.32 is good. We're hanging strong. Let's see. Bitcoin is at 66,606.11. So BTC is doing good. ETH is at 2,023.72. BNB is at 646. Solana is at 82.73. What are you looking at?
See if there was another button, right?
No. Solana, definitely a good buy right there. $82. That is definitely a good buy. But I wouldn't buy Solana until it hits around 70. Around $70 would be a good buy for Solana. You know, XLM is at 16 cents, 16.7. You know, that's a good buy. H bar is at 8 cents. H bar is definitely a good deal right now for 8 cents, 8.7. You know, Shiba Inu is almost dead, 5.93. We got 0.000000593. Shiba, poor Shiba. Pepe too. Pepe's at 0.0000331. Yeah. Bunk is taking a beating too. I'm glad I got out of Bunk. 0.0000577. You know. But yeah, those are prices. Those are hard prices. Those are sales, boy. Those are some deep sales. Very little money can get you a lot of crypto. You know, depends on how much you have, what you're willing to spend. You know, I like my ZBEC. I think ZBEC is doing well, considering. Let's see. Go here. Search. ZBEC. Oh, ZBEC ain't on this one. That's right. I gotta go to my other. Gotta go to my other crypto exchange. You always have more than one crypto exchange. Word of advice. Always have more than one crypto exchange. Don't always keep all your crypto in one spot. Have them in your cold storage. Have some on exchanges. Let's see. ZBEC. I logged myself out back, and ZBEC is at 0.002313. I only own 108,945 ZBEC. So that's only $252 worth. So when we're back up there again, I'm hoping to double my money or more. Double or triple. Be nice. You know. Like I said, things that I'm really not comfortable with, I only invest a few $100s in. You know. Not like my XRP and my Dogecoin. I got quite a bit of money in that. But not quite a bit for me. You know, I'm not a rich man, so I don't get paid advertisements. I don't get paid to do this. I do this because I want to do this. I want to start a business. This business ain't making no money, but that's okay. In time, it takes time to build a business. You know, I have friends that started YouTube channels and it took them years to be able to make money. So, you know, that's fine. Willing to wait. I'm willing to invest the time and come in every day and yes, definitely takes time to get a YouTube channel successful. Been live now 55 minutes and it's been good. I like to know who I got in my chat room though that's not speaking. I wish I can tell who enters and who exits, but maybe YouTube will come up with something better in the future. Let's see, where am I? YouTube. Go here. Go live. Two viewers, 56 minutes. Wow, that's rough. Oh, here I am. Yes. Welcome to my live stream. I hope you're at least whoever's been in here is they're not saying nothing, but they're listening, and that's good. I guess you like my beard? The wizard is here. We got about 3 minutes left. Got about 3 minutes. And then I'm going to take a break and I'm going to come on a little later and see if I can get more people in. I hate to break when I have one person in here, but it's not, they're not saying nothing. And, I don't really have much more to talk about besides XRP, I believe, is going to do tremendous things in the future. I believe Ripple is gobbling up companies for a reason. I believe things are going to change very soon for us. And we're going to be doing all right. Definitely going to be doing all right. No, that was before I went on this. I had to. Well, got about a minute, folks. I might be deleting this live stream now. It's an unsuccessful live stream. But y'all have a good day. God bless you. Aloha from Hawaii. And you say hi to Duchess.
Hey, don't forget to like, share.
Oh.
Something. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and CP will catch you later. Ciao.
Aloha, folks. Aloha.